Hi there, this is Gist Nigeria. Coming up on the program, dreaming big. We look at Nigeria's latest development plan and what it means for you. Also, to be or not to be. Experts weighed in on debate over monthly rent in major Nigerian cities. And plug-in. Some Nigerian chain makers combine care for the environment with exercise. Plus,
my name is Mofoluwasho Ilevare. Check me out.
The human resource consultant advocating for women and girls' empowerment. Welcome to Gist Nigeria from the BBC and Channels Television, where we look at all the stories making the rounds on social media. I am Wale Fakile. Let's start with our top story. Last week, the Federal Executive Council announced an ambitious 5-year development plan for Nigeria. The plan covers key sectors of the economy and it is expected to cost a staggering 348 trillion 700 million naira. But what does this really mean and how will it affect you and your family? Gist Nigeria's Aneta Felix explains in this report.
Nigeria, the world's most populous black nation, ranks high as Africa's largest economy. But lately, the country's growth has been on a downward swing due to the coronavirus pandemic and falling oil prices. Although Nigeria has exited its recession, with growth increasing for 3 consecutive quarters, inflation and unemployment still stand at double digits. But all of these might be changing in the not-too-distant future.
Here's what Nigeria could look like by 2025. 21 million new jobs created, 35 million Nigerians lifted out of poverty, an export-led economy, and affordable housing for all Nigerians. No, it's not my Nigerian dream. It's a comprehensive 5-year national development plan the federal government launched last week. It's a future projected to cost 348.1 trillion naira. The National Development Plan NDP is to succeed the Nigeria Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, which expired last year. The NDP is a medium-term plan that would usher in Nigeria Agenda 2050.
Some of the criticisms that we got from the ERGP was that it was a federal government plan. So we went out of our way this time to make sure that this is truly a national plan.
The plan is structured around 6 themes, and the annual budget will be derived from it going forward. The federal government aims to achieve economic growth and development by investing 1.46 trillion naira to boost agricultural productivity, 5.1 trillion naira in reforming the oil and gas sector, and accelerate rural development. Between 2021 and 2025, the government plans to upgrade, maintain, and expand infrastructure assets in 5 key sectors: transportation, power, housing, digital economy, and capital markets. The government's public administration plan covers governance, defense, and foreign policy. The federal government plans to improve national security at a cost of 2.86 trillion naira. The government also aims to build strong governance institutions by funding relevant agencies with 541 billion naira over the next 5 years. The government plans to improve literacy rate to 80% by 2025, increase doctor-to-patient ratio from 38 to 50 doctors per 100,000 patients, and achieve food security to 60% in Nigeria by 2025 from 40.1% as at 2020. Here's some of what they aim to achieve. Increase access to water supply to 90%, sanitation services to 80%, increase life expectancy to 56.5 years from 55.2 years, and reduce unemployment rates from 33.3% to 19.6%, among others. The goal here is to minimize disparity in economic development across all geopolitical zones.
This 348.1 trillion naira project would be financed from a pool of broadened tax base, public-private partnership, Nigeria Investment and Growth Fund, and the infrastructure company Infraco.
All we're doing, at least in the Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning, and at least in the Federal Executive Council, is concentrate on increasing revenue.
The capital raising is a function of private sector participation and investment in the sector. Private sector investment in the country and the sector is a function of confidence. Confidence is a function of policy consistency.
Though comprehensive on paper, national development plans like this have suffered in implementation in the past. Also, there are no known parameters to measure the level of success of these plans.
There's nothing revolutionary about both plan and implementation. There's nothing drastic. There's nothing I've heard that I did not hear 20 years ago. It is, so what is new? You set up a panel to make sure it happens. How are you going to implement it when you don't even know how many you are?
Looking at the bigger picture, why do development plans fail in Nigeria?
Other challenge is the different attitude of governments to development plans. So if a particular government designs a development plans and the government leaves, the new government that comes in place may not show enough commitment to that plan.
We made sure that what we selected as priorities are priorities that will be done by whatever government comes. So somebody might change the name of the plan, but the concentration still has to be to deepen the diversification of the economy, to provide for the welfare of the citizens, to improve on agriculture, to make sure that you improve education and health.
So, is there a possibility of getting it right this time around? And what would this mean to average Nigerians?
The ownership of this strategy must spread across all segments of this country, all the units of government of the country. Otherwise, it will end like any other strategy.
Since the Colonial Development Plan of 1958 to 1968, several Nigerian governments have launched ambitious plans to transform the country. We've had the Structural Adjustment Program, the National Economic Empowerment and Development Strategy, the Strategy for Attaining the Millennium Development Goals, the 7-Point Agenda, there's been the Vision 2020, and the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan. The question top of mind for many Nigerians is the National Development Plan the messiah they've all been waiting for? Aneta, Felix, Gist, Nigeria.
Quite an ambitious plan.